Well, SABC News looks back at several investigations conducted by our reporter Chriselda Lewis. Her exposés shocked, embarrassed, affected badly needed change and even led to some arrests. Well, today we look at the first of a two-part series.
Fresh fruit, vegetables and other goods at a bargain price. Well, that's the only source of income for many informal traders on Johannesburg streets. But there are others that use it as a smokescreen for underhanded transactions, including selling drugs.
The lid blown off another drug syndicate. In this transaction, a drug dealer masquerades as a street vendor. A buyer is handed a medley of drugs, including rock, dacha and nyaupe. And here on the surface, popsicles, chips and sweets for sale. But we ask the right questions and more drugs are on offer.
They don't even sell those veggies or those 5 or 10 apples that they have there and some knickknacks, but they have something else that they're selling. A lot of them that are selling this dacha and the rocks and nyaupes, we have arrested them in the past. The dealers themselves will look for places where they can be able to go. But together with SABC, we're doing the best we can.
While Metro Police are aware of the crimes, little has been done to successfully rid the streets of the drug lords. Then we brought you the heartfelt plea of a mother. A pharmacy selling prescription drugs to her addicted son over the counter.
These are all dangerous. Skyways Pharmacy. They sell this without prescription. I'm staring death in the eyes every day of my life. If I see my son walk around the way he walks around.
We visited the pharmacy and within minutes, we obtained a range of drugs.
Potentially dangerous medication if taken unsupervised, sold over the counter. No questions asked, no script required. They're simply dispensed.
The SA Pharmacy Council left shocked and embarrassed.
It's a criminal offense because, all medicines that are supposed to be dispensed and then through a prescription, they are scheduled medicines and pharmacists know that there are certain medication, for instance, that cannot be given without a prescription.
Police then moved in and an arrest was made. Then we showed you the ugly face of post-94 education. Learning and teaching under a tree in the heart of Gauteng. Pupils at Maibuye Primary School in Midrand using chairs and their laps as desks.
Why are the children learning underneath the tree?
If it's cold, we all learn here because other children are learning in the class and we feel bad about this.
Shocking conditions where lessons are being taught in dilapidated containers, and some of them, close to 70 pupils, making learning and teaching near impossible. While school authorities claim they've reported this to the district education officials, but to date, nothing has been done.
After our broadcast, the wheels of change and the dignity of pupils restored, and some gratitude for the intervention.
It was very, very, very bad, but we was not supposed to forget that any kids have a right to learn. So that is why our kids were very, very packed. It was difficult for the teachers to go one by one to concentrate on our kids.
And then the expose that left chicken lovers choking on their wings. Carcasses and joints being hosed down in the backyard of a KFC outlet. And after the video went viral, we visited the Johannesburg franchise. After some persuasion, the manager let us in.
How long have you been doing this? How long have you been just washing the chicken on the floor? That's unhygienic. Okay?
But our questions went unanswered. And soon after, the signs went up. Well, it seems there's no chicken business happening here. The doors have been locked, but the images released raise serious questions about the product that customers are consuming. A public relations nightmare. KFC claiming the chicken was never meant to be served to customers.
So the meat that you see in the video there was the meat that was collected day by day to be discarded because it didn't meet our high quality standards. Then that meat was in that white tub in the form of quite a frozen block. And in order for them to count it and properly account for it, they needed to thaw it. The team members had worked out that the fastest way to do that was with a high pressure fire hose outside.
But it was not without an investigation before the doors of the embarrassed franchise reopened. Chriselda Lewis, SABC News in Johannesburg.